Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is up, nerds? It's me, your buddy pal, HeyArcher. Welcome back to my channel. You're here for a live review on Nerdy Coffee of Wandavision episode 6. I'm actually somewhat being false this morning. I can't lie to all of you. You guys are family. We're nerd affiliated. This is orange juice. I actually already drank an entire thing of coffee, and I don't want to be too wired before work. So you're drinking your coffee, your tea, your OJ, your water, whatever it may be. Here's to you. I love that. We got Steve in the house. Good to see you. Solar Gravity, good to see you. And you said you're working back in biceps right after this. I am jealous. Extremely jealous. But we are here today to talk about the latest episode of Wandavision. Not the picture I was going for. Let's see. So I was actually, there we go. I was actually up this morning editing some videos, watching Wandavision. So I didn't get a chance to pull up a whole bunch of photo assets or whatnot, but we're going to roll with it anyway. I enjoyed this episode, but it definitely had that filler vibe. The last episode, episode 5, a lot of things were said. We had the reveal of Quicksilver. We saw the reveal of Vision being dead. So in this episode, I guess I was looking for those answers to be completely answered. Because I believe we only have one episode left, if I remember. Or maybe it's 8. I think it's 8. So we have 2 more episodes left. So in my head, I was like, all right, today's episode should answer a lot of that stuff. And then the next episode wraps it. But that's probably what's going to happen next week. Like next week, hopefully answers a lot of this. The week after wraps it. Or leads into the next series of shows. I'm not sure. But again, they hit us with the with the reality of it all, which is ironic because it's all manipulated reality or altered reality. We saw Quicksilver dead. We saw him completely pale blue with the bullet holes in him. And that opens another can of worms, right? Because not only was she able to bring back, we think, the soul of Vision, which is, he's artificial intelligence, she brought back now somebody who was alive, brought back their essence and has them walking around as a corpse. Now, I don't know how real they try to get with it on the show or in the Marvel universe with, if you're a corpse, you decay and all that stuff. So, him just being there with the bullet holes, I don't know if he really is there. Maybe instead of him being completely resurrected, it's like that's what he actually would look like, and she's masking that. I'm not quite sure. But she does test him in the episode. Like, she doesn't believe it's him. So that's also kind of confusing because, maybe she attempted the resurrection. It didn't really work, or somebody else resurrected. Like, the fact that she's doubting it's him and she starts quizzing him like, oh, what was the name of this person at the orphanage? Like, that's what kind of causes that adds more questions. And I feel like we're already at the point of the show where we don't need to create more questions necessarily. We have to start answering some of them. So that was really my only somewhat nitpick. Something I did enjoy was, the show always has slight Easter eggs or little nods in there. When they're leaving the movie theater, the only 2 movies that are playing are The Incredibles and The Parent Trap, which essentially, that's what she wants. Like, she wants the superhero family. That's what she's created in this bubble. So it's funny that they show that as the movies that's playing. And then, of course, The Parent Trap, where she feels trapped. There's this whole thing going on that's not real, and in The Parent Trap, that's what happens. The kids swap places. If I'm thinking of the right movie, the kids swap places. So the life they're living isn't real. So I like those subtle nods in there. But we did have kind of the moment of Vision going to the edge of town and finding all sorts of people frozen in place. They're that one lady was crying, but she froze it in place, or she was kind of like glitching almost, like she was trying to move a clothes hanger, but she kept going back and forth. So you could see that Wanda's powers towards the edge of town were weakened versus the center of town. But we have that moment at the end of the episode where, as Vision escapes the bubble and starts to die, and her kids realize that he's dying, she extends the bubble. And, it gave me, as I was watching that happen, because, I always relate the show and the idea of the bubble to Annihilation, the movie. But really, what the whole thing reminded me of today, if any of you remember Reboot, it's reminding me of the GameCubes in Reboot, where, you're in a place, you're just there, and then all of a sudden, the cube comes down, it absorbs you, it absorbs the environment, it changes the environment, and then the characters in Reboot would tap the button to reboot, and then they would kind of change into whatever that world was. Like, they would adapt to that world, wear the clothing of that world, that kind of thing. So as the bubble was expanding and everything started to change and reality warp, I was like, oh, this is like the GameCube in Reboot. So that was kind of a little subtle nugget in there. Here's the scene now. The GameCube comes down, lands, and then if you're in the cube, you got to fight your way out. So shout out to Reboot. I used to really love that cartoon, but that's a topic for another show. Lastly, checking my notes here. Oh, as we requested in HeyArcher Live yesterday, which HeyArcher Live is every Thursday, they brought up the conversation about accents, and she asked him like, "Hey, Pietro, where's your accent?" And he's like, "Well, where's your accent?" And that's something that we also talked about yesterday, wanting to see in Black Widow when that movie comes out. So it was a fun episode, but we're at that point again where let's start answering those questions. You've got us hooked already, and I think that's something that's hard to tell when you're making a movie, I'd assume. But you've already got us hooked. You've done enough shocking things in the first half of the show. Like, let's start having some resolutions in there so we can feel like we're solving this thing, Maybe condensed series would have helped. I'm not sure. But either way, it's a great show. I still am optimistic, but I have my reservations about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Different kind of show, but if they could get Vision and Scarlet Witch to make a good TV series that we all like and love, I don't doubt they could do the same with Falcon and Winter Soldier. But let me know what you thought of the episode. Let me know if you're excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Most importantly, let me know if there's another show you want us to review when this is all over. This will be over. We'll have a couple weeks. Then we're right back in Falcon and Winter Soldier. So if there's something else you want us to review on Fridays, let me know in the comments. Tag me on social media. So this is a good time. I like these Friday morning quick reviews, but I got to hit the road. HeyArcher Live every single Thursday at 8 p.m. Nerdy Coffee every Friday morning, as long as there's a new show out. Unboxings coming down the pipe. Reviews coming down the pipe. The vlog series as I go. So lots of fun things going on here on HeyArcher. So again, if you're new here, welcome. I hope that you subscribe. Hope that you leave a thumbs up. And I don't know, have a good weekend. Have a good holiday weekend if you got the day off on Monday. We'll be back next week to just have fun. And that's what we do here on HeyArcher. We have fun. So most importantly, here's to you. And I'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace.